Knight's Collection, Lot C3S81. Initial report. Author Ottaviano de' Medici. Date July 4th, 1933. Interest high. Identifier items sold by Mr. Knight. I was approached by a former member of the Chicago Spirit yesterday who offered to sell me a collection of items from his time within the Spirit that he no longer had use for. He claimed to have left recently, only a few months ago. He said his name was Mr. Knight. Given that the Spirit is crumbling, I had no reason to be suspicious of his intentions. The Foundation and the unit will contain them all soon enough. As an aside, it may be of use to take control of the remnants of the Spirit. He claimed to be a former operative in the Spirit, one of their more important artificers. Not important enough for me to have heard of him before, mind you. He presented several items to me to prove this, all of which seemed exceptionally useful. With one minor exception, I do not see any difficulty in finding potential buyers for this collection. The rest shall prove profitable. I purchased the entire lot from him for $50,000, which we will easily be able to recoup. I've typed up descriptions for each below. I had some comments he wanted included, so I have left those for as well. File opened under Lot CS3S81, Marshall Carter and Dark, LLP. Status sold. Demand high. Value $17,500. Availability unique. Identifier pneumophage spider. Description. Item is a small obsidian statue of a spider with small rubies for eyes. A user may use the item to erase all memories of certain concepts, individuals, or objects by holding it before a victim and having them look into the eyes of the statue. All memories affected in this way will be replaced by the memory of a swarm of spiders, and new memories of the affected concept will be associated with spiders. Notes. I found this is a not terribly efficient way of destroying memories. Rather, it is more useful for intimidation. Make note of that as you will. Mr. Knight. Status sold. Demand high. Value $20,000. Availability unique. Identifier height-lipped Tommy. Description. Item is a Thompson submachine gun which cannot produce noise. This effect is primarily observed in the lack of gunshots fired, but it also makes no sound when loaded, dropped, or similar. Other than the lack of produced noise, the item is identical to a normal Thompson submachine gun model. Notes. A mob boss without a gun is like a king without a crown. But a crown is superficial, and if you are not a king, unnecessary. Mr. Knight. Status sold. Demand high. Value $12,500. Availability unique. Identifier a hat for all occasions. Description. Item is a fedora that causes the wearer to become accepted wherever they go, as long as wearing a fedora would be. All individuals are still able to see and interact with the wearer, but consistently view the wearer's presence as normal for the situation. The effect of the item does not allow the user to act out of line, that is, in violation of normal social norms and expectations will be responded to as normal. Notes. These will be out of style by the time I'm back. Won't do much then. Mr. Knight. Status renting. Demand medium. Value $20,000. Availability unique. Identifier moon in your pocket. Description. Item is a hip flask with a volume exceeding exterior dimensions. Over the course of a full lunar period, it will fill with clear and unaged whiskey, similar to commonly distributed moonshine. When full, the item contains a high but limited amount of whiskey, preventing typical concerns involving unlimited liquid containers. Notes: I don't drink much, but if I do, I will drink something good, not something like this. Tragically, the spirit had poor taste in spirits. Mr. Knight. Status: selling. Demand: low. Value: 1,000 US dollars each. Availability: current inventory 8. Identical items exist. Total supply of such items is 204. Identifier: skeleton keys. Description: 8 copies of item 093NA 70KSA YUW1S. For reference, item is a key capable of opening any lock. Notes: a dime a dozen. How many do I need? Mr. Knight. Status: sold. Demand: medium. Value: 15,000 US dollars. Availability: unique. Identifier: Egyptian purity scarabs. Description: item is a small cask which contains a large number of beetles, more than outside volume would allow. Item can only be opened in the middle of a large amount of viscera, blood, or other cadaverous material. If such is done, the beetles will emerge and clean all viscera, cadavers, and potential evidence. Bringing everything into the barrel, no materials brought into the barrel have been recovered. Notes: I have more restraint than the spirit. My murders are nowhere near as messy. That was always one of my problems with them. Mr. Knight. Status: in reserve. Demand: none. Value: none. Availability: unique. Identifier: ring of secrets. Description: item is a ring that disguises the true nature of a small, extremely specific group of non-human entities, allowing them to pass as human under most magical and conceptual identification methods. Notably, no entities capable of benefiting from the effects of the item are in need of it. No known buyers exist or are projected to exist. Note: please send this item to Mr. Dark. He will find it interesting. At least. Mr. Knight. Error: you do not have permission to access this file. Permission accepted. Hello, Mr. Dark. Letter: Lot C3S81. Sender: Mr. Dark. To recipient: Mr. Knight. It is a shame that you have decided to leave the industry and go home, but you have my sympathy and best regards. While I enjoyed working with you over the years, I do understand how one can grow weary of the world and wish to return home. I hope that you are aware that in your absence, I will be making sure that the organization you had placed yourself at the head of will be absorbed into the collection of Marshall, Carter, and Dark. There is no ill will in this endeavor. It is only the best business practice. I know that you will be able to understand. We are driven by the very same impulses. I will be sure to take care of those last members of your inner circle that remain. We cannot allow your Chappelle to remain a free man for long. I think that the Foundation might benefit from an anonymous tip in the near future. I trust you would do the same for the latest of my Marshalls or Carters, should anything happen to me. Take care along the way. Your absence from the world will be missed, especially as I find myself rather alone. I eagerly await your return and truly hope it will come soon. And if you are going all the way back to where we came from, please do tell our parents I say hello. It has been a long time since I went home myself, and I know that they miss me. With the greatest of regards, your brother.